Hi there, this is Amanda Frankel with Our Crafty Playdate, and today I am very excited. We are starting a new program, and we're going to make a card today, but we're going to make one every Thursday for the next 2 months, and this is a new Throwback Thursday series. So I am working with a very good friend of mine, Robbie, and I will link her, by the way, in the comments below, description below, sorry, not comments, in the description below. I will link her YouTube channel also so that you can go check out what she's made. So here's the plan. It's Throwback Thursday, which means we are going to use some new stuff, but also some retired stuff because we know you have things. You have things in your collection and you want to know how to use them. And sometimes when we move on to new catalog, you think, oh, I love that stamp set, but I have so much paper, I don't want to buy the whole series. So we're going to show you, at least this week for me, and I think we're going to try and do most of February, but these things could change. There will be new stuff and retired stuff in the same card. And then there will be 5 kits. Each of us will have 5 kits only available. Each kit has enough materials to make 2 cards. It won't have the stamped image. So the stamp that I'm using is current, but you could order the stamp set here and I'll have a link, or you could just find a stamp that you have in your collection and use it yourself. But it will have the ribbon you need and the paper you need and the punched out hearts that you need. And you'll be ready to make 2 of these cards, and it's only $5. And that includes shipping. So it's a great deal to make 2 cards, try something new, and learn how to make some cards out of things that have retired that you have in your collection. So today is this. So let's get started. All right. We are using a Whisper White, not Whisper White anymore, Basic White. Sorry, that is not retired. This is current. I will tell you when I'm using something retired. Okay, if I showed you, we're going to have an avalanche in here, I'm sure. If I showed you my whole studio right now, you would crack up at me. I have just cleared enough space in here basically to walk over to my table. That's how bad it is. I haven't been in here in a long time. Okay, so just a normal Basic White cardstock base, normal sized. This is retired paper, and it's Christmas on one side, and this could be Christmas, right? But I'm using it for Valentine's Day because the little bows happen at Valentine's Day too. This color is Poppy Parade, and the way I know this is it's listed in the paper pack. So you would get this piece of retired paper. You'd get 2. Enough to make 2 cards, right? So this is the paper we're using, and it just gets glued straight onto your card. I am going to teach you a cool trick, but this is not it. You know how to glue. We all know how to glue. Okay, important here, when you're putting your bow paper on, don't put it on upside down, right? That would be silly. So be sure that you pay attention when you go to stick that down. And you're just going to kind of center it here, right, like that. Okay, and now I'm going to do these parts, and then I'll show you the rest. Okay, these are current. So these hearts come as a punch pack, and these are beefy punches. Beefy meaning large, full-size punches. And you could get by with just 1 heart, but why? This one's scalloped, so it does this punch, and the other one does the solid punch, and they layer perfectly. You don't have to layer them like we didn't here, but you could. So I'll show you some things that you could do later with that. But in the meantime, let's stamp it. I am using the Color and Contour stamp set, not retired, okay? So this is not a Valentine set. I don't know if I have a current Valentine set. I know there's a great one in the catalog, but I don't own it. So I like this stamp so much, and I love the font. So you're absolutely amazing. I know lots of people who are absolutely amazing, and it's Poppy Parade. And again, I knew this color because it was the color in the paper, so it all coordinates. So out of Basic White, I punched the straight heart. Out of Poppy Parade, I did the scallop heart. I'm going to stamp the You're Absolutely Amazing. I'm going to use my Stampin' Pierce mat here because I'm using a clear stamp. So remember, when you use a clear stamp, you need to have some cushion. If you're using one of the red rubber stamps, it has built-in cushion, and then you don't use this, but you do if you need it. Okay, so let's see here. This is Poppy Parade, and it is one of our brights in the bright color family. Tap, tap. Do not smash, smash, just tap, tap. And then I'm going to center that on my heart. 1, 2, 3, and lift. And there it is. And not only is it absolutely amazing, but it's a perfect stamp. So yay. I just re-inked my ink pad. So if you have some ink pads and you haven't re-inked them in a while, you may want to go through your collection of re-inkers. They look like this. It's a bottle, and you can get them in our catalog. And you may want to look, because if you have an ink pad and then they go away, they retire, and you don't have the refill, when it dries out, it's just done. So make sure you have a refill for everything. Okay, so this is the easy part. Now, I'm going to add my white ribbon here, no problem. But I could decide a couple different things. I could put my heart over here, layered perfectly. I could put it here, straight on, layered perfectly. I liked it kind of wonky, so I did that. But you can decide what you want to do. Let's talk about the ribbon. The ribbon that I just completely pulled apart. I just mangled the ribbon. Here, pretend like it's not mangled. Okay, let's talk about the ribbon. See, I fixed it. This is a seam binding. I'm pretty sure it's retired also. You will get 2 pieces in here long enough to do this technique that I did here, but you could just put it straight. You could tie a bow out of it. You'll get straight ribbon, and you can decide how you want to do it. I'm going to teach you how to do this today. You would use tear and tape, and it goes right along the edge. The reason they call it this, by the way, is you tear it. How awesome is that? You tear it. Okay, so that's tear and tape, and you would put that there and burnish it a little bit. You can just use your fingernail or scissors or whatever, burnt bone folder, whatever you like, and then peel that off. Now, here is how you are going to do this. This technique is called ruching, and you're going to ruche it. So, in order to ruche, you are going to fray it a little bit here at the end, okay, intentionally. And then I use these. These are called hemostats, and they're actually my husband's. My husband's a doctor, so I just rifle his old medical bag. These have been my craft hemostats forever now. But anyway, you can use tweezers also. And you just grab one of the long strings. So when I frayed it, it left all these kind of loose. See how these flicker like that? Okay, so I'm just going to grab one string or 2, whatever I can grab with my things here, and pull. See how I'm pulling just the 1 or 2 little strings here? Okay, so I can slide this down and see how it's automatically ruching it. So once you get it started, you don't need the hemostats anymore. So I'm just going to keep sliding it down. Now, if you are doing this from a kit and you have only a certain length of ribbon, go ahead and stick one end down, okay? Stick one straight end down like this. You just stick it down like that, and then you ruche. If you try to ruche and you pull too hard, you'll pull the whole center string out. So go ahead and stick one end down, and then just start kind of sliding it like this down, pulling and sliding. And it's kind of like a ruffle. And this works for any of our seam bindings. So we used to have a ton of them, and I'm not sure if we still have some. You'll get yours in your kit, your $5 including postage kit. So that is super bomb. Super bomb. And Robbie and I are doing this because we just know that you have as much stuff as we have that you really want to use. You loved it when you bought it, and you want to get the opportunity to really make the most of it. All right, so the beauty of this ruching stuff is if you hate something that you did, like this is not ruched enough, you just pull it off that tear and tape and ruche it again and move it along. Move it to where you want it. It can hang off, so you want it to hang off a little bit here, and then I'm just going to stick it down, just kind of press it down onto the glue. Did it again. Press it down. Press it down. And you want it to be kind of uneven, and you're not looking for perfect folds. You're just trying to get a little bit of a fun ruffle. So fun ruffles are us here. And you can play with it a couple of times with that tear and tape. So that works really super well. I am going to put, if you order the kit, I will put a strip of tear and tape on your designer series paper there, so that even if you do a straight ribbon or a bow, you will have that tear and tape there, and then you just peel it off. Okay, so it'll be double-sided tape. You just peel it off yourself. Okay, so now that I've gotten all the way to the ends, I'm going to push my ends down really, really well. And then I'm going to come in with my scissors and just trim off the frayed parts. Okay, don't cut your paper. That's where these super pointy little snips come in handy, because they are sharp all the way to the very tip. Did you see that? Okay, so there's my little ruched thing. And now my red, I glued straight down like this. And my You're Absolutely Amazing, I just used a couple of dimensionals, and you can even use the babies. If you use babies, I would say 3 are probably the right number. 3 is the right number, not 3 are the right number. And then you just peel these off, throw them on the floor, or just pile them in the heap there, and then just tip that, and that's it. And that is your card. So it's super simple. So you'll get the hearts punched out. You'll get enough ribbon to ruche it or fold it or tie it, whatever you want. You'll get 2 pieces of that. You'll get 2 pieces of the designer series paper and 2 card backs, and it's only $5. I'll ship it to you. If you order before 3 p.m., it would go out the same day, and you could have these in the mail in no time flat. And we're showing you how to use some retired stuff. So I hope you enjoy this series. Please be sure that you click on the links below if you're interested in the heart punches or the stamp set. I will have the links of everything that's current down there. And also, I'm going to have a link to Robbie's YouTube page. So please pop over to her page, subscribe there also. Subscribe to both of us so you can see them each week. We're both going to do this on Thursday, so it's Throwback Thursday. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed these cards, and I hope you will like a kit. Oh, one last thing. I forgot to tell you. We are each only making 5 kits, period. Dunsies. So after 5 kits, if you didn't get one, you'll have to wait till next week to see what we come up with. So be sure that you hop on pop and get these kits. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.